Truckwin allows two different types of drivers, a payroll or company driver and an owner-operator or carrier. The difference is a company driver or payroll driver is going to get a W-2 at the end of the year, and if they're getting a 1099, they're going to be paid in revenue settlements, which would be your owner-operators or carriers if you're setting up a brokerage database. To set up an owner-operator in Truckwin, you will need to set up the driver in the driver list and also in revenue settlements. So I'm going to start in dispatch, and I'm going to go to the driver list, and you'll see a bottom button that says add, because I want to add a new driver. And the screen's going to come up for driver ID. You will want to enter an ID in. And then enter first name and last name. And address. City, state, and zip. You can enter also in phone number, cell phone number, email address, and the thing that's going to mark this driver an owner-operator rather than a payroll driver is going to be right here where it says lesser driver. I'm going to put a check mark there, and then the next thing I'm going to do is this option that says copy driver information to the revenue settlements module. I'm going to put a check mark there. Working for lesser ID, I'm going to type in the same ID that I used above, and what this is going to do, it's going to create this in revenue settlements for us. And I want to make sure where it says include this person in payroll that I have that marked no. And because it's an owner-operator, I don't need to fill in the payment method here because I'm going to be doing that in revenue settlements. If they have a reserved tractor that they always drive, you can click on reserve tractor and choose the tractor. Same with trailer. You can enter in their license information and any expiration dates, and as you go to assign them, it will prompt you if any of these expiration dates are coming or have passed. Fuel card information, this would be if they are using your fuel card and you are integrating fuel purchases with Truckwin, you would enter the card number there. So I'm going to hit save. And so now that has been entered into the driver list. I'm going to go ahead and exit. And I'm going to exit dispatch. The next step is going to be to go into revenue settlements and finish setting them up. So I'm going to click on revenue settlements. And under maintenance, I'm going to go to owner operator list. And you'll see this is where it created this for us when we put that option to copy the information into revenue settlements. So I'm just going to update this. And it copies the ID across and the name. You can also enter in phone, cell phone, fax, email, office hours, comments. If you have their federal ID number that you need, you can enter it there. If you want to issue a 1099, you would mark yes. And here for RS account number, it's always going to be 000. And then this account here is going to be your owner-operator payable. So if I double-click here, and I scroll down to my payable accounts, which are in the 2000s, I'm going to see owner-operators payable. So I'm going to choose that account. And then here it says default expense account. So again, that's going to be 000. And if I double-click here, I'm going to scroll down to the 5000s, which would be the beginning of my expense accounts. And account number 5010 by default is called purchase transportation. That's going to be the expense account that you would expense any type of owner-operator pay into. Once I have the account selected, I want to set up my default payment method. Most of them are paid by a percentage of revenue, so I would click the drop down, choose revenue, and then the rate is where I would type the rate. So if they got 80% of revenue, I would just type 80 in there. And if they got a default stop rate, I could enter that. Below that's a place to enter their DOT and MC number, and then also insurance, detail, and expiration. Once you're done with that, you would hit OK, and you can exit. Again, you can exit revenue settlements, and that is how you set up an owner-operator in Truckwin.